I'm with John Schaeffer, and we're keeping it safer with Schaeffer. Good to see you as always,
Good to
John.
see you.
We're going to talk about landlords. If you are a landlord, you have
Right.
property, investment, you want to protect yourself.
That's right. You got to protect yourself this day and age. The influx of people that are buying these investment homes for added money. And one thing I want to, before we start this episode, this is a little story I'd like to get into. I actually knew someone who had an Airbnb. It was a 2-story one. They locked the doors, and so it got locked out. And so what do? They're like, hey, man, I could climb that deck. That'd be simple. Climbed halfway up the deck, fell off, broke their leg. Guess what? They sued the homeowner and also sued the Airbnb. And so they got some money. So anytime there's an accident or you get hurt, insurance is going to pay out versus going to court and fighting it.
And it's just a plain old good idea to protect your property. And it can have things come at it from all different ways.
Right. So the reason, why do you need insurance? So, required if you have a mortgage. You want to protect your investment. You don't want to spend $250,000, some are $1 million, and not have insurance if it burns down.
Absolutely.
So protect your investment. Also, protection from liabilities. Protect yourself from getting sued.
Yeah, that's one thing I think that people don't think about. Just because they've owned a home and then they start renting it out, they don't think about, I need to change my priorities as far as insurance is concerned.
Right. And this goes for regular rentals too. If you've got 6-month leases, 1-year leases. So, if someone gets out there and they're barbecuing and they got the grill shoved right next to the vinyl siding, it melts all the vinyl siding, So the property damage, you got to have that coverage because you're probably going to file a claim for that. So also liabilities and injuries. I had another case where a customer's brother went downstairs in their basement. There was a window that was solid tight. That probably never been open. The guy tried to force it open and he cut his wrist open. Had to have stitches. We had to file a claim on that.
You're kind of filing for the X factor because you never know what can happen, but it probably will.
Yeah. And then also, like what if somebody leaves you hanging, they move out in the middle of the night, they made a total mess, loss of income. That's another good reason.
I didn't realize there was insurance for that.
That's right. So you have to have that, because you want money coming in. You've got $1,000 coming every month. All of a sudden they move out. You could file that, or if they damage your property.
Is there some sort of analysis that you do to be able to say, this is how much you need to be covering?
Right. So what we do is a reconstruction cost survey when we do any kind of homeowner's policy, condo or renters. If it's a condo, if you give $250,000 on it, we could put that amount on there. So with a condo, your protection from the sheetrock in, the condo complex covers the outside building. So you want to make sure that you have plenty of coverage. Let's say you only put 20 grand on it. Well, if it water leaks or something happens, catches on fire, they're going to build it back originally how that condo was. So if it's a 1986 condo, you're going to get a 1986 inside. The basis can be. So what we do is single family houses, duplexes, fourplexes. We also have got vacation rentals, townhouses, anything that you rent out, I can insure. And I really want, the customer needs to call me. We can go through it, get the best protection possible. I used to do $300,000 liability. Now I'm doing $500,000 to $1 million just because people are so happy. I want to keep you protected.
Let me ask you this. Is it also, for instance, if you're looking at an extended stay property, is it something that you need to go to your new tenant, so to speak, and say, you need to have insurance?
That's right. That's one thing I recommend to all my clientele is making sure that their renter has a renter's policy. I can sell that to them. Simple, but let's say they put a pot of beans on and they smolder it and smoke the whole place and it smells like beans. You wouldn't want them to file a claim, get you new carpet, repaint it. So
but so you need to cover all aspects.
All aspects. So liability protection, there's people, if you Airbnb, you're gonna have parties there, slander, you evict somebody, even a regular rental, they could, get on the internet and get all slander. So there's protection for that. Excess of repairs, injuries. So really want to discuss it in detail, what you're doing and what kind of renters you're renting to.
All right, so that's what, if I'm a property owner, that's what I can come to you about. Get all these answers.
That's right.
And answers to questions that I probably don't even know.
That's right.
How do they get a hold of me?
They can get a hold of me. You can either scan a QR code or you can call me, on my cell phone at 417-766-4689, or just Google Safer with Schaeffer.
There it is. And landlords, this is one of many things that you can keep safer with Schaeffer.